And when I say that, tread lightly, because it's not necessarily that the person was cheating on you with somebody else. It could be any form of third-partiness, from family to friends to addictions, job-related things, dedicating too much time to work, whatever it is. Okay, so just apply it how you see fit into your life and the message that you're getting as I say that. But yes, something just didn't work out and you started reevaluating. They're kind of telling me everything. They're like everything. But I don't think everything for all of you. You just started reevaluating your choices. You were reevaluating your standards. Balance, okay? Because she's walking on this sword right here. So it's like the way you communicate could be something. The way that you give and receive could be something. I mean, really think about how this resonates for you in your scenario. But there's something that ended for sure that you thought would be longer or last longer. Maybe you put a lot of emotion into it. Maybe you put a lot of yourself into it, and that person or thing did not reciprocate on the same level, but you thought that they were, or at least they were going to, and they didn't. One of those scenarios, just, apply it to your situation. But because of that ending, it made you start thinking and analyzing a lot of things in your life. And this could be like a relationship that ended, but the ending of that relationship also had you start reevaluating maybe like your career or where you live or your friendships or your family or how you perceive yourself. Like so many things. You just started reanalyzing a lot. Like you really went into your head on this one when this came to an ending. Good news is you're going to move past that. It was a tower moment. It happened. You're moving past that. But you need to take caution in the fact that you need to not self-sabotage yourself. It is not your fault as to why this ended. Please know that. That is a major message that I'm getting for sure. This was just a moment in time that was a lesson for you and a lesson for them. Now, they're also telling me as I say that to remember that not everything's about you. And I say that in the means of sometimes we are the lessons in somebody else's life, not necessarily that they are our lesson. Okay? So I hope that resonates with a lot of you. Okay? So it was not your fault, had nothing to do with you. Was it probably a learning experience? Honestly, what I'm getting, no, it wasn't. It was you were in their life because they needed you to be in their life. They needed whatever you showed them so that they could be better. And honestly, that's the collective goal. The collective goal is we heal ourselves, we heal others. Okay, so everyone has a time and a place in everyone's life on their path for some sort of healing, whether it's for them to heal or for you to heal. You'll know when it happens, right? And in this scenario, based off of just this half of the board right here, all I'm getting is that you were put into their life for them to come to some sort of resolution for themselves. Okay, and that's why it ended. Now, did it suck that it ended? Yes, because you put a lot into it. But you can move on from that, okay? And so the thing that you're being asked to do is to have more confidence in yourself and to love yourself more and get out of your head. Get out of the self-sabotaging negative thoughts and feelings that you might be having right now, and let it go, right? Let this situation go. The situation's done. You can't live in the past anymore. You can look to the future, but definitely live in the present. Okay? Just breathe and let it go. It was not you, and it was meant to be in whatever way, shape, or form it was meant to happen. Gaining that confidence and loving yourself again is really key because you do have these new things coming in. The Six of Cups that we saw, the Ten of Pentacles, right? Stability and emotional connection. A soulmate connection is coming in for you, all right? But you have to start loving yourself more, getting out of your head and doing what you're passionate about, whether it's a hobby or a job or living somewhere new, somewhere that really ignites a fire within you. that's what you need, because that is taking care of yourself. That is putting yourself first and loving yourself to the fullest, because you're calling in alignment with yourself. Once you connect that alignment with yourself, things will balance out. It feels totally unbalanced right now. Across the collective, let me tell you, it is all about letting go. It is all about going into the feminine energy and letting things flow. It's about receiving. It's about finding balance. Every reading I've done today has come to those four things, has come to balance, to feminine energy, letting go, okay, and receiving. So you're not alone in this. This is a across the board thing, but definitely find something you're passionate about, find something that sparks your joy, and start loving yourself more in this way, and just forget the past, okay? Maybe not even forget it, but just let it go, right? And move on. Things will balance out. Seven of Swords in the reverse, again, that kind of letting go energy, the kind of not looking in the past kind of energy. What's done is done. You can't go back. You can't fix it. You can't change it, nor should you. Okay? Nor should you. So moving forward with this, you do have decisions to make, and you're being asked to be precise. Look at that, the Lover's card. You're being asked to be precise in your communication, but don't be so cold in your communication that you're guarded. Okay? So you don't want to be too guarded, but you do want to love yourself enough. Again, it's this finding this balance. I can't stress this enough. So, it's about being single and free. This is the Nine of Pentacles. This is the step before that Ten of Pentacles, and you have the Lovers right here. So you do have somebody coming in that will transition into that the Ten of Pentacles energy from that Six of Cups. But you can't be guarded with this. You have to be open to receiving. You don't let this mental energy here, this overthinking and processing, put your guard up, because you'll block all of this. And that's where your decision lies. And you're being asked to make the choice that allows for your highest good and your highest purpose, and being in alignment with yourself, okay? Speak your truth. Don't guard your heart too much. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a cage there. It's not focusing. There's a cage there with her heart in it. So, her heart is protected, and you're being asked to not do that. Yeah, you can take caution towards whoever comes in and set boundaries, right? Set boundaries, set standards, have those things set in place before somebody else comes around. But don't be so much in those boundaries that you're completely guarded and cut off from what's coming in. Because look at this, even with the Knight of Wands, you do have this new energy coming in the way of love, okay? And like I said, I definitely feel like this is more towards the love and partnership aspect of things, but please take this as it applies to your situation. This very well could be career, and then just flip the script with the career, right? There's something in your career that didn't work out that you were passionate about, and then now you have something coming in that's a new career opportunity or something, right? So this can apply to many avenues of your life. I'm just more feeling like it's a relationship than anything else. Okay, so I think we're pretty good and clear on that. I am going to get a couple oracle cards to tell you some more information, maybe clarify a few things. I was guided to only get one tarot deck out, and then the rest oracles. So, all right, next 3 to 5 days for Scorpios. Did one flip? No, it didn't. I closed my eyes for a second. Woo! Okay, I'm not going to take all of those and we're going to just double check on that one. Okay. And let's see if I can get you guys like one more here. Okay. All right, guys. All right, bottom of the deck, you have no place like home. On the table, you have poised as a protection message. And when I saw this card come out, it looks a lot like this card, right? It looks a lot like the Page of Swords here. Like her position, the way that she is, the way she's poised, right? The way she's positioned, like, looks very kind of similar, right? Hands up in the air, feet kind of, knees kind of bent kind of thing. So that was just interesting. I just want to point that out to you guys. Anyways, so you have poised in the protection message. I'll read these from the book. It is a number 48, which is, 12, I think, which reduces to 3. Sorry, guys. I've been doing readings all day, so like my throat is kind of dry. All right, so the number 3, again, you guys can look these up for numerology if you are so inclined, but 3 is obviously a divine number. You have 3 again with this TikTok in the reverse, a protection message as well. You have 25 here, round and rounds, which reduces to 7. 7 is about transformation. So round and round. And then you have flexible in the protection message as well. And this is a number 10, which is a 1, which obviously is beginnings. Lastly, you have 5 here with the number 50 and no place like home. All right, I'm going to get a sip of water really quick. Okay, let's go. So poised, what did I say, number 48, and protection message. Says, you're not ready to move forward at this time, and that has to be okay. Be poised in the face of demands and deadlines. Pretending you know what you're doing works sometimes, but if you adopt a fake it till you make it attitude, it will land you in some muck now. This is not the time to wing it and deliver something half finished. It's okay to postpone things until you are really ready. It's better to disappoint others now than to wish you had later. So great advice, because I feel like this is your energy right now, that getting over this tower energy, okay, and not self-sabotaging yourself. So yes, do take some time out to finish healing from this, but don't be stuck in your head in a negative way over this. Know that you have a lot of stuff coming in for you. And like I mentioned with the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse, do that self-healing. Find something that you have a passion for. And that'll help heal you right now, which is the energy and space that you need to be in. So, I'm really glad that card came out like that. Next, you have TikTok and not the channel. Very funny. Yes, but you have TikTok in the reverse, which is a protection message again. Have you been feeling as if the clock is ticking and gotten a little nervous that your dreams are taking too long to manifest? There's nothing to fear. You will never run out of time for the important things. The miracles are yours, and yours alone can't be missed. Isn't that amazing? You're in such capable hands, with guides and angels hovering in the invisible spaces, ensuring that your journey will be filled with all sorts of goodies. Let your anxiety be gently dispelled by your faith. Spirit will never deny your Spirit will never deny you your highest good. All is yours in divine appropriate timing. You can relax. Again, going back to taking that time out, right? Taking that time out to heal. There's no need to rush through this process. You have round and round here, number 25, 22, 23, 24, and 25. The spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated, cycles you are challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. The appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backward, the truth is that you're standing at a higher level, looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and lessons learned, which is great. And I love that that came out underneath the Tower card, because that's exact Tower card energy. Things being broken down, things being healed, changing your perspective on things, right? I totally feel like this is in line with that card, and even this Page of Swords card with thinking about things, right? Thinking about new perspectives and lessons that you've learned in the past here. And just know, like, even with the Eight of Swords and that self-sabotaging energy, that you haven't gone backwards, and that may be a thought that you have for some of you, right? You might think, well, shoot, this didn't happen out this way. Now I have to start all over again. I'm going back to basics and blah, 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 right? But you're not. You had lessons that were learned with this. You now know better, right? You know how to do things better or differently, so that that outcome doesn't end up the same. Again, it's not you, like we already established that you were put into this situation or this person's life for reasons of their own. But at the same time, you did have things that you learned along the way, right? We all do. Okay. What else? Okay, I'm not being guided to read like the rest of that, so let's move forward, because I feel like that was a pretty good explanation of that card. So number 19 is flexibility, and that is a protection message. When you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose the access to growth and untapped potential and find yourself in an us versus them scenario. Loosen up, open your mind and heart, and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the middle. Spirit makes a great mediator. So a lot of these keep tapping into allowing that spiritual guidance to happen too, which goes back to what we were saying about letting things flow, right? And how that overall arching energy right now is to let go and let it flow. This flexible card also reminds me of the Hanged Man card and changing that perspective. So even in that aspect, changing your perspective of the situation and moving forward in a different way, just like we mentioned in the Round and Round card. Lastly, you have No Place Like Home, which is a really great card to have. It is number 50, which I think is the last card. I don't know if there's any more after. Yeah, there is. Anyways, okay, so 50, No Place Like Home, says home feels safe and secure. It's a comfortable place to rest and create, a place that is known and you can call yours. This card signals that your ability to trust yourself and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity. Aspects of yourself no one can take away from you. You know who you are. You hold your head high, yet with neither pride nor humility. Instead, you stand as the observer, seeing through the eyes of your soul. This puts you in a position of power and strength. Authenticity is your home. You are safe here in the house of your spirit and spirit. Awesome. I really like that one. That's a really good one. And it's true. It goes back to everything we literally have just said, right? I like the part about trusting yourself and feeling at home, beginning to solidify who you are, right? And taking those steps to become more of who you're meant to be. And again, that resonates with that Queen of Pentacles energy, like owning who you are and being, I mean, look at her, right? Like she's totally confident in herself. She's got it. She's got the pentacle in her hand. She's got stability. She loves herself. She's connected to nature, like poised very well, like all of these things, right? And this is what is opening up to you. And it's okay for you to trust. Trust in spirit, trust in yourself, trust in your intuitive downloads, all of these things. And this will start to build. And again, that's why I said find a hobby, because the best thing you can do for yourself is through self-care and self-love and doing the things that make you happy, right? The energy that we give off is the energy that we receive, okay? When you're doing things that you're passionate about and that you love to do, you're in this energy of passion and love and happiness, and that's exactly what you'll attract. And that's exactly what's coming down the line with you with what we saw earlier. Okay. When you act in an authentic way, you command the world to reflect back to you exactly what is in your highest good. Boom, I just said that. Your business choices, the investments you make, and the creative projects you immerse yourself in are powerfully on point. Again, I just said that. Why? Because when you are fully yourself, radically accepting everything in your journey to date, both successes and failures, you will see the divinity in all things. Abundance is a natural progression, and when you experience this kind, let me reread that. Abundance is a natural progression when you experience this kind of authenticity. Yes, so be true to yourself. Love that. Love this reading, Scorpio, so much. So we're going to end the reading with the Moonology manifestation. And this is different from the other Moonology deck that you probably see with others. By the way, all of my tarot decks, I don't know if I mentioned it, are listed in the description box below. So make sure you guys go check that out. There's a lot of other information in there, my other businesses, or business, I guess you could call it. Extended reads, which I'm not doing today. Personal reads, which I have also put on pause for the moment because I'm just really busy right now, guys. But I promise I will do that. Just contact me if you want a personal read. I might do a couple one-offs, but don't tell anybody I told you, Scorpios. All right, let's get a couple cards here for you to help you with your journey. Any advice? Let's do one more rounds and see what we get. If anything new. All right, that's okay, because I read these too, and we probably don't need to go longer than what I already have. New moon in Capricorn, step up and lead. Love that so much. Clear your mind, last quarter moon in Gemini, and new moon in Leo with Shine. And the song Shine Bright Like a Diamond just popped into my head, so you might want to go listen to that if you need a little, mojo boost or something. All right, new moon in Mr. Leo, the lion. Leo the lion. Where are you at? I love the sunflowers on this card, by the way. They're so beautiful. Let me see if I can show you guys. Aren't they pretty? I like them. I like these cards. This deck's a really good deck. Okay. New moon in Leo. Shine A new day is dawning. You're moving from darker times to light and are well on your way to your desired outcome. Be proud of who you are. And guys, that's been a common message. And this is that self-care, that self-confidence, self-love, all of the things that make the Queen of Pentacles, right? So be proud of who you are and trust who you are and where you're meant to go. Your self-confidence has got you this far, so keep on believing in yourself. Sometimes, this is contradicting. It says sometimes we have to fake it until we make it, and that's okay too. But the other card told you, this one told you you don't need to fake it till you make it. So, whichever one resonated with you guys, take that one. But I honestly think, like, overall with this Shine card, it's not faking it till you make it. It's just being true to your authentic self, and in that alone is what is going to make you successful. So you're not necessarily faking it. You're just doing you, and that's good enough. Okay, you're on the right track and the future is bright. In relationships, carry yourself with respect and others will respect you. Whatever challenges you're facing, consider taking a more creative approach. Again, opening up with hobbies and things of that such will trigger creative responses in other areas of your life as well. And opening that flow, like we talked about, just all things. This card's especially good sign for matters related to romance. And remember, I told you I was kind of feeling that. But also creativity, which we mentioned through hobbies, children, your own or someone else's, or situation requiring confidence. Again, boosting that confidence there. Love yourself and step into center stage. Be generous with others, but also be a little bit selfish if you need to be. Yeah, again, that self-care, right? Taking care of yourself and what you need and your desires and how to move forward, but definitely still hanging in that balance. Your affirmation for this card is, I am magnificent. I love me. Love it. All right, next you have last quarter in Gemini. It's first quarter, full moon, and last but not least, last quarter in the twins right here. All right, clear your mind. Fretting is a sweet sounding word for feeling anxious. And didn't we get something else in here that was talking about feeling anxious, I think? I don't remember which one it was, but I'm pretty sure we did. Anyways, drawing this card suggests that you or someone close to you is fretting. As you already know, this won't help you move closer to your goals, as it means you're directing thoughts and energy into what you don't want rather than what you do. Again, going back to these two cards here, right? That self-sabotage with negative thoughts and energies, and then overthinking, which brings on anxiety for sure. I would be one to know. So don't do this, right? We're trying to not do that. So you're being asked to clear your mind, to free up that space to allow new things to come in, and not attract the negative, right? Like attracts like. Deliberately manifesting a goal comes from a happy place where you feel good. So focus on making a list of your concerns and then talk them through to clear your mind. This is far more likely to bring good results. When racing thoughts can be problematic, getting stuck in repetitive thought patterns isn't any good either. Find a balance here. And even with the fact that this came up above the round and round card, I don't know why I'm using that finger, but round and round, right? So it just said that racing thoughts can get you stuck in repetitive thought patterns. Even with this flexibility card here, remember it said don't be too rigid. So all three of these cards are connecting through that card, right? And finding that balance back here with the Justice in reverse. Getting into a negative rut messes badly with your manifesting ability. Turn that frown upside down. Again, going back to those cards, right? So this is all connecting, guys. All of these cards are connecting, which is great. Love when readings come together at the end like this. Your affirmation says, loving others flows naturally when I love and accept myself. Look at that. Okay, and then lastly, you have new moon in Capricorn, which is, I just got this in a different reading, basically saying to get into that feminine energy and allow the divine to step in so that you can step up. Okay, so here you go. You know what you want and you know how to get there. Step up and know that you're the boss of your own life. A new, more disciplined approach is needed, or a new plan, strategy is called for. This card reminds you that ambition is not a dirty word. Whatever you want to create in your life. There's no such thing as too big a goal, but break your plans into smaller, achievable pieces. Slow and steady wins the race. Release any blocks to success. Wherever you want to be in a year, consciously visualize it and make a 12-month plan detailing how you're going to get there. The affirmation says, the harder I work, the luckier I get. All right, Scorpio. So definitely about, living in the present, building up that confidence within yourself, doing things that you enjoy, focusing on yourself. Allowing the divine to come in and help you release things and help you build new things and build yourself better. Like, your positive energy, your love of self is going to radiate so much that your soulmate is waiting on the other side. Okay, so if this is concerning you in regards to a relationship, then there you go. It takes you releasing this past and not overthinking it and self-sabotaging it to focus on yourself to draw that in, okay? But total focus, self-focus, removing yourself, clearing your mind, stepping up, like all of these things that we talked about. And they're telling me, yeah, so what, that this wasn't successful. It wasn't meant to be successful because you're meant for greater, you're meant for better, and that's exactly what is coming in. Okay, Scorpio. So I hope that resonated. Happy new moon, if there's such a thing. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you're watching this when I upload it, I will see you guys next time. Subscribe if you haven't, by the way. I guess I'm supposed to say that. All right, bye, Scorpios.